Have you ever had thoughts such as, wow, I really want to get closer to God, but I'm alone and I don't have anyone to guide me or to help me get there? And that's a very real situation for a lot of people. And that's why today's topic is the importance of a good mentor or just someone in general that can help you on your journey of faith. Luckily, in my situation, I had three of them, and I still do, which is my father, my grandmother, and a friend of mine. And they're all very different ages, so I get different perspectives and ideas from all of them, and it really gives me an open mind to everyone's version slash personality within the faith. For example, my father teaches more about how to be a more loving Christian. My friend teaches me and just gives me a drive to have more passion and to become more devoted. And then my grandmother gives me the wisdom and knowledge from her life and her experiences. And I truly don't know what I would do if I didn't have these people in my life, because they've just changed me so much over the past year. Now, it's so influential for someone to have a mentor slash a friend who can guide them, and it's even biblical in the Bible, specifically Proverbs 27:17, which is iron sharpens iron, a friend sharpens a friend, which basically means that when we have friends or mentors with similar ideologies as us and similar personalities, we can often benefit off of each other and learn more and develop even more in our faith. Now, back to the opening statement of the video, and the big question was, what do you do if you don't have one of these people in your life, which is unfortunately a pretty common situation for many. And to start off, it's not going to be easy, but my recommendation to you is look for the right people in the right places. And what may the right places be? Well, if you have at least one person you know who's in the church, they could introduce you to mutual friends, or you can join your local church group and meet a lot of friends. That's how I met one of my three mentors, I guess you could say, which is now a close friend of mine. So there are ways to find people, but it will be hard at the start. And another thing you can do is you can pray to God and ask and say, look, I really want to follow you, but I need someone to help me start off. So please put someone in my life that'll help me and help me grow in my faith and my love for you. And if you're asking for something like that, why would God not give it to you? You're literally asking to follow him. So, believe it or not, I actually have a personal story about this and how I prayed to God that prayer and it got answered. So, for context, I was in grade 9, maybe early grade 10, and I always kind of knew like religion was important and stuff, but I never acted upon it. So I just vividly remember in my bed one night, I prayed to God saying like, hey, I want to follow you, but my parents don't really practice. We don't really talk about it, and I'm not really comfortable talking about it to them, and I don't really know anyone, and I need to feel some sort of comfort and to make it more enjoyable to go. And, that didn't get answered for a long time. It didn't get answered for almost a year. And then eventually something happened to my father, and then he started to get super into it and stuff. And then that eventually led into me following it, and now here we are. So overall, if you don't have any of these people, it could be harder for you to get into this kind of thing, especially if you're considered a more shy or timid person, or someone who needs help, which there's nothing wrong with needing help, but yeah. Also, if you do have at least one of these people, a close, like-minded friend or a mentor, do not take them for granted, and they should be cherished, and I recommend you just let them know how much they mean to you and how much you care about them, because the things that you guys talk about are things you can't talk about with regular people, and those comfortable, vulnerable conversations are priceless. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Krila su joj Morava i Drina, s Bogom prvi nerođeni sine, s Bogom